Hi, my name's Tiffany Hatwan. I go to Mitchell High School, and this is posted on December of 2022. I will be talking to you about the downsides of technology in the medical field. Alrighty, so just a little background information on medical technology. The history of medical technology began very early. It goes all the way back to 1816 when René Lavernick invented the stethoscope. Technology is growing every day in the medical field, from just regular improvements to completely new equipment. And this comes with many unknowns and potential negative effects as well. It is really important to know all of the factors before putting your own health on a pedestal for experimentation. Alright, so just some patient and physical connections. When only having connections through a screen, many people do not feel as comfortable talking with a physician rather than in the same room with them. For example, if you're finding out you have cancer, you would want to be face-to-face with your doctor rather than a FaceTime call over the phone. Physicians' attention is often taken off of the patient and focus more towards the technology. It is very often and very common to see a physician sitting and typing on their computer during an appointment. Personally, for me, I do not feel very comfortable talking with my physician when she is replying in very minimal words and staring at her computer screen. A third point is that technology can increase a lack of physical touch with a patient, and this is very important when receiving bad news or just anything along those lines. During telehealth, having appointments over FaceTime rather than in a doctor's office, there is no physical touch, which is a big factor in comfort, and this is lost a lot throughout technology. So another disadvantage to medical technology is that many medical inventions can cause harm to a patient. So one example of this would be an x-ray machine, which is the picture on the right. And one disadvantage of it is that it causes high levels of radiation. And high levels of radiation in the human body can cause vomiting, bleeding, fainting, hair loss, as well as the loss of skin. The x-ray machine can also cause mutations on DNA, and these mutations in the DNA can lead to cancer. Another medical invention that's not so good is a defibrillator. There is a possibility of it not working, and it not working can cause more harm than it can do good. It also leaves behind a lot of trauma with the patient. Many people are left with severe fear as well as anxiety after they experience defibrillation. They also experience a lot of pain and fatigue with the aftercare. There is another condition called myocardial necrosis, and this is the death of tissue surrounding the heart, as well as abnormal cardiac arrhythmias, and this includes a flat line or no heart movement at all. Another serious disadvantage with medical technology is photographs. The first documentation of a medical photograph was in 1840 by Alfred Francois Doni, which is the guy on the right of the screen, and he drew pictures of things such as teeth and bones. One disadvantage is that these photographs can violate HIPAA. So if there's any full face photos, birthmarks, or any other identifying features such as tattoos, it violates HIPAA. It's hard to control to make sure that they don't violate HIPAA. These photos can only be used in medical files, not to be published. It is also true that in the past, physicians have used photographs for practical joking and inappropriate humor. Alright, so just one last thing, how technology negatively impacts your own health. One example is neck and back pain that this creates, and that's just due to looking down at your phone, having the strain on your neck and back muscles, and causing them to work a lot harder than they need to. Another example is it strains the eyes. So due to the contrast of the phone or a tablet or whatever technological device you are using, it strains the eyes, making them work harder, and causes the need for prescription glasses, contacts, whatever it may be. Finally, one last example is the time spent on the phone rather than outside. This creates lack of exercise that's needed for the body to be physically healthy, as long as a few other things, but that's the main one. Alrighty, so here is just a list of my works cited that I use. Thank you everyone for your time, and I hope that I convinced you guys as to why technology is really not that useful in the medical field, and that it does have quite a few disadvantages as well.